Hello class, this is a video tutorial on working with algebraic fractions. In this video, we'll be looking at some simpler examples. In particular, all of the denominators with this addition and subtraction are all just numeric denominators. So let's get through the first three examples in this video. So here we go. Now, as we've seen in previous examples, the primary thing we need to look at, just as we did with fractions, when we add or subtract fractions, which is what we're doing here, the denominators must be the same denominator. So we need to find the lowest common multiple between 3 and 5, in which case, if you just do the multiples of 3, it'll be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And the multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15. As you can see, that the lowest common multiple is 15. So we would write one big fraction. Actually, no, let's do it two different ways. In this case, I'm going to write a fraction of 15 here plus a fraction of a denominator of 15 here. Now the question becomes 3 times something gives me 15. Well, we can see it here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have multiplied the denominator by 5. Because of this, we need to multiply the numerator by 5 as well. Let's write this in. So we've multiplied the denominator by 5, and we do the same to the numerator. 2x times 5 is 10x. Using the same idea, 5 times something gives me 15. And we can see it here. 5 times 1, 2, 3. So 5 times 3 gives me 15. So this denominator has multiplied by 3. And so we need to multiply the numerator by 3 as well. X times 3 gives us 3x. Now that the denominators are exactly the same, we can now just add the numerators or subtract them, as we'll see in the next examples. But this is an addition, so it'll be 10x plus 3x, giving us 13x on 15. And that's how we solve these. As you can see, it's really just the same ideas of adding and subtracting fractions, but it has pronumerals with it. So let's move on to the next. Same idea for this one. What is the lowest common multiple between 5 and 2? You could write them out. You can probably think of it in your head. It is going to be 10. So 10. Notice how this time I'm going to do it as one big fraction. But in this one, it's two different fractions. It's actually the exact same thing. By that, I mean I could have written this as one large fraction like so. But whichever you prefer, up to you. We know that it's going to be 10. I'm going to keep that minus in the center. And then we follow that same idea. 5 times something gives me 10, in which case it's going to be times 2. Since the denominator is times by 2, we multiply the numerator as well. So that would be 4y times 2, which is 8y. Same logic for the 2. 2 times something gives me 10. Well, in this case, it'll be times 5. That means we multiply the numerator by 5 as well. So y times 5 gives me 5y. Now that they are the same denominator, we can now just do the numerator arithmetic. So it is 8y minus 5y, which gives us 3y all over 10. Okay, so you can try the next one yourself. You can pause and give it a go. Oops, sorry, I think, nope. Once again, here we go. We need the same denominator. So between 4 and 3, the lowest common multiple between that is 12. 4 to become 12, we need to multiply by 3. And so we multiply the numerator by 3 as well. In actual fact, for this third one, you don't need to actually write in those bits. You can do that all in your head. So 4 times 3 gives me 12. So we multiply this by 3 as well. 5z times 3 is going to be 15z. Likewise, for this next one, 3 times something gives me 12. So that was times 4. So we multiply this by 4 as well. Z times 4 is 4z. And then we need to include that plus in between it. So now it'll be 15z plus 4z, which gives us 9, 4 times 3, yep, sorry, 19z all over 12. And that is the first 3 examples. And I'll see you in the next video where we tackle the next one. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.